Thank you, Brian and Greg, and hello, everyone. Preliminary Nielsen figures suggest that last night's Academy Award telecast may be the lowest watched, at least since 2008. Overnight ratings for ABC's presentation were down 9% from last year, when 34.4 million people tuned in. The final tally expected tomorrow could put the audience between 31 and 32 million people. If it's 31 million or lower, that would be the least viewed Oscars since Nielsen tracking of that event started in the 1970s. We have a programming note for you. ABC follows up the Oscars tonight with the debut of When We Rise. It's an 8-hour miniseries about the rise of the gay, lesbian, transgender rights movement. Oscar winner Duncan Lance Black from Milk is the writer and key executive producer. There's a new production company in this neck of the woods out to shake up the nonfiction TV scene. Ayleet is its name, and here's a taste of what they want to produce. As you just saw, high on their agenda is a new award ceremony here in New York City this September. Let's get the full lead picture right now from owner Nieka Bee. Nieka, welcome to BK Live.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you so much.
And joining both of us is the Director of Media at Ayleet, Kevin Lawrence. Kevin, welcome aboard.
Thank you, thank you.
Nieka, what kind of unscripted television do you and your company want to do?
Well, so far I've done 2 unscripted television shows, Party Divas and Lesbian Wives. I have 2 more, but they're untitled. But in the meantime, I started working on the award show. And that's one of the things I'm concentrating on now is the Party Divas award show. And
what about both groups of people you think would make a good unscripted show? And where do you want to do the shows on? What network are you looking for?
I'm looking for Bravo, Oxygen, VH1, MTV. Those are the main networks that I have pitched to. My attorney has been pitching to. So we're waiting on that from a response from them. But other than that, those are the big big networks that I would like my shows to be televised on.
Kevin, how did this company come about and why settle here in Brooklyn?
Well, I mean, we met through a mutual friend, and he knew that I was here at BRIC, being a community producer, and I thought this would be a great project to work on because something new to get out there.
Mm-hmm. And how long did it take to put this company together, and how is it funded? Do you use venture capital? Are you in crowdfunding? How are you trying to get the shows off the ground financially?
Well, we've been for 3 years now. I've been working about almost 2. We use our own money to do this project.
But at some point, do you want to do crowdfunding? Do you want to do venture capital? Do you want to tap other sources to make sure that your projects, A, get produced, B, go somewhere?
Well, that is the next step that we're trying to do. So that's why we're working on the award show now, so we can get money from that and we can put it places we need to put it.
So, Nieka, tell us about this award show. This is about Party Divas. What is the idea behind this
Party
show?
Divas is an award show for women in the nightlife industry, and what I mean is DJs, promoters, and MCs. I feel like the nightlife industry is a male-dominated industry, and there's a lot of women that works in this industry just as well as the male DJs and other promoters. Besides the women, the male promoters, I feel that women promoters and DJs and MCs should be recognized. Yeah. So with this award show, I think it's something big and it's much needed in the industry. So that's what made me come up with the idea of supporting this award show and letting everybody know there's hard-working women in the nightlife industry as well that needs to be recognized. So
you already have a date. It's set for September, right?
It's set for September 16th. Right now, what we're doing is looking for a venue, which we almost have that on lockdown, you know, and we're looking for a host. And we should have that information soon, and it should be on our website coming up in a couple of weeks.
Kevin, Spike TV is going to be running a very important mini-series that JC is involved with, Time, the Khalid browser store. We had one of the key executive producers on Tomorrow Be Televised this past Friday. It is getting a lot of attention. It's a screening here tonight in New York, and it was produced here in New York. And we were going to, by the way, next week on BK Live, next Monday, we're going to try to get the director of this series, which premieres Wednesday at 10 on Spike, right here at this table. What is the unscripted community like here in New York? It just seems that you're the latest example of this group of independent documentary, unscripted producers who are settling here in Brooklyn.
I mean, it's something that needs to be pushed because there's not a lot of them. So in Brooklyn itself, no. But we don't want to see scripted stuff. We want to see what is real in the community right now.
What is your philosophy about doing unscripted TV? How real do you want to make it? What do you want to show about the groups of people you're dealing with?
Well, it has to be relatable. I look for people that could show, that experience what other people experience everyday lives. So my shows is basically, it's supposed to be relatable to everybody's everyday life. And I really don't want nothing to be like made up. I want people to really see this is what's going on out here in people's lives. So with Party Divas, for example, I wanted them not just see what the girls do in nightlife industry, but also what they do at home and with their family and friends, you know, that is real. And this is what they go through every day besides home life, what they have to deal with in the industry also. So I wanted my shows just to be relatable to everyday people, to a wide audience of people.
We are seeing on the scripted side more and more women of color, people of color, especially actresses of color, get production companies. You now have Gina Rodriguez and America Ferrari and Regina King from American Crime and Viola Davis, who of course gave a sensational speech at the Emmys, the Oscars last night. I think one of the biggest highlights of that ceremony. When you look at these people and now you're joining that community, how do you try to make it as not just a female entrepreneur, but also a female entrepreneur of color?
It's hard, but I don't give up. And I think that if you have a vision, it doesn't matter what color you are, run with your vision. Don't put it to the side because you feel that it's you won't have a chance because of your color. You know, keep your vision. That's what God gave you. You have a creative side to you. Don't let that stop you from keeping you from doing what you want to do or what you believe in. And I believe, as me just being a color woman, I don't look at it because of my color. I look at it because I have a vision that I need to bring out to show people. And I'm not going to let that stop me because I feel it's not enough color women in this industry. There is, but I think people could just show that don't give up, and you have a vision, just go for it.
Well, hopefully we will see very soon that vision show up on various networks, and of course the event you're planning for September, the Party Divas Award Show event. Congratulations, both you and Kevin. Thanks to you, and thank you both for being here on BK Live today.
Thank you.
And if you want to know more about Nieka's company online, here's where you go, PartyDivasAwardshow.com. Now, how did you find ABC's Academy Award presentation last night? Fantastic, a flop, or in between? You can call the chat room in your verdict later this afternoon on Tomorrow Be Televised. We will also check out The Arrangement. It's E's next scripted series happening next Sunday night with creator and executive producer Jonathan Abrahams, one of his past credits, Mad Men. And preview Burning Sands, Netflix's next original movie coming March 10th with co-star Imani Hakim. You may remember her as one of the kids on Everybody Hates Chris. Our 90-minute edition starts at 3 o'clock on blogtalkradio.com. One more thing. As BK Live unfolded last Thursday afternoon, BRIC TV picked up 13 New York area Emmy Award nominations. Several were for BK Live segments, including one of my favorites last year about that sneaker provider for Brooklyn's homeless. BRIC's sister venue, Brooklyn Free Speech, received local Emmy love with 6 nominations. Kevin, congratulations because you're involved with that. And that's the most ever there. And congratulations to everyone at BRIC and all the talent making those nominated programs and segments. The Emmy Awards will be given out May 6th, the Marriott Marquis near Times Square. Greg and Brian, that may be the date our program or network takes at least one statue home.